President Biden giving his fourth State of the Union address in front of Congress. And Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher is here with us now after watching all of this unfold. Michelle.
Well, David, going into tonight, President Biden's age was top of mind as many question if he is too old for a second term. Americans tuning in not only to hear what he had to say, but also to see how he would deliver his remarks at 81. His speech punctuated with jokes and at times jeers from the audience. He left his supporters and his critics with something to talk about.
Good evening. If I were smart, I'd go home now.
President Biden with vigor, unlike we've seen from him recently. Humor sprinkled into a fiery, passionate State of the Union as he seeks a second term in office.
My fellow Americans, the issue facing our nation isn't how old we are, it's how old are our ideas.
The president addressing a joint session of Congress and America for a little more than an hour in a speech that at times highlighted his record.
Thanks to our bipartisan infrastructure law, 46,000 new projects have been announced all across your communities. And by the way, I noticed some of you strongly voted against it, or they're cheering on that money coming in.
The president addressing key election issues like reproductive rights, many in the audience wearing white in solidarity.
Clearly, those bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade have no clue about the power of women.
And on the border crisis, President Biden never addressing Donald Trump by name, but again calling for unity on the stalled immigration reform bill.
And if my predecessor is watching, instead of paying politics and pressuring members of Congress to block the bill, join me in telling the Congress to pass it.
And Trump was watching, live posting on Truth Social saying, quote, "This was an angry, polarizing and hate-filled speech. He barely mentioned immigration or the worst border in the history of the world. He will never fix immigration, nor does he want to." President Biden also addressing foreign affairs in Ukraine and the Middle East, calling on a two-state solution in the Israel-Palestinian conflict with a promise of aid to Gaza.
Tonight, I'm directing the U.S. military to lead an emergency mission to establish a temporary pier in the Mediterranean on the coast of Gaza that can receive large shipments carrying food, water, medicine, and temporary shelters.
And certainly a lot to unpack. I'll have more highlights for you coming up from the State of the Union at 11 o'clock tonight. David?
All right, Michelle, thank you. It was quite a moment. In the meantime, 42-year-old Alabama Senator Katie Britt gave the Republican response to President Biden's speech. Britt spoke live from her kitchen table in Montgomery, Alabama.
Right now, our commander-in-chief is not in command. The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader. America deserves leaders who recognize that secure borders, stable prices, safe streets, and a strong defense are actually the cornerstones of a great nation. Just ask yourself, are you better off now than you were 3 years ago?
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.